Hello, my name is Dee. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome back if you have been here before. So today we are going to be doing a quick little reading on who has you on their mind and why. Okay, so first we're going to be pulling some cards from these two oracle decks that will bring up zodiac signs, and then we will be pulling from a tarot deck to find out why they have you on their mind. We are going to start off with 3 piles like we usually do, and pile 1 will be this yellow mookaite, pile 2 will be amethyst, and pile 3 will be tiger's eye. And with that said, let's jump right into it with pile 1 and see who has you on their mind. Okay, who has you on their mind and why? Okay, very, very, very tiny deck. I separate out the zodiac signs from this deck so that we can get just the zodiac signs. We have Aquarius to start. Okay. Aquarius and Scorpio. Okay, so far, Aquarius and Scorpio for pile 1. This deck also has zodiac signs. However, I forgot to take out the planets, which I guess is good because then I'd only have like 12 cards in my hand to try to shuffle with, but let's see. Okay, we have Jupiter, which I think is ruled by Capricorn, and we have Gemini, and we have Taurus. Okay, so little hint to Capricorn, not so much though, but we do have Gemini and Taurus, we have Aquarius, and we have Scorpio. Okay, for pile 1, that is who is thinking of you. Could be represented by those zodiac signs. I do normally pull for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, but let's say typically people might only know your romantic interests, sun sign. So, but it could be, we are looking at their Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus specifically. And now let's see why. Okay, the 3 of Pentacles does not want to jump back into this deck. So for some of you, this could very well be somebody that you work with. Okay, this could be somebody that you work with. This could be somebody, maybe the 2 of you are on the same team or working on the same project for something when it comes to your work. Okay, maybe in the same, not so much team, but the same department for most of you, or working on a project together. But this could be somebody that you know from work or from schooling. Okay, if you're still in school. We have the Knight of Cups, so they're thinking about you because they have romantic interest in you. Got 3 cards jumping out, just going to throw them back in for now. But yeah, we are looking at Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio. Again, you might only know this person's sun sign, but it would be interesting if you knew, let's say, more than just that, and you were able to pinpoint that, you know, maybe their moon, rising, and Venus were here as well, or that there was multiple points of their birth chart that are represented by these 4 zodiac signs. But this person is definitely somebody that you work with, definitely somebody that has romantic interest in you, and with the Devil card, definitely somebody that finds you to be very, very, very attractive. Okay? So this person, the Devil card to me here is definitely indicating sexual attraction, you know, that they definitely find you to be somebody who's very sexy. They might also not really know that much about you yet. Maybe this is somebody like that's new at work. Maybe this is somebody that you just met. But for some of you, maybe it's someone that you don't typically get to work with. But this person definitely has romantic interest in you, definitely finds you to be very sexy, definitely wants to, you know, get it in, as they say. And then we have the 4 of Wands. So not only is this somebody that wants to have a physically intimate relationship with you, but they also want to connect with you on a much deeper level than that. Okay, like, okay, the 4 of Wands to me does indicate they see not just a romantic interest in you, but that they do see that the 2 of you could have a romantic relationship that could be rather fulfilling. The Judgment card to me also indicates that this person might be gearing up to tell you how they feel. And we also have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so to me, maybe this is somebody as well that you have had romantic interest in. It seems to me that they are making some positive movement forward when it comes to this connection. You know, at times, they might not have been open and honest in communicating the way in which they felt about you. Maybe because the two of you did work together. Maybe because the two of you did go to school together. And maybe perhaps still do. But I do feel like with that Three of Pentacles, this is somebody that you worked with in some capacity, or somebody that you met through work, or somebody, again, if you're still in college, this could absolutely be somebody that you met at school, let's say. Okay, the Knight of Cups and the Devil are absolutely bringing forth both emotional intimacy and physical intimacy. They are very interested in getting to know you more. I do feel like this person wants to make this romantic gesture toward you. I feel like in the past they might have held themselves back, but they're not doing that any longer. Okay, so I'm curious, for some of you, maybe this is somebody who you used to work with that's going to be making movement forward back to you. Maybe work was the thing that held them back from communicating their feelings. But for many of you, it could just quite literally be that the two of you work together and this person might have held back due to that or due to other reasons, but now they've really made up their mind. They want to make forward movement toward you. Because again, with this physical and emotional intimacy combined, they really do feel that the two of you can have a solid relationship and a solid future with one another. Okay? So I think that that is all pile one. Okay, pile one, we've got the best case scenario here. Hopefully you vibe with these signs, I guess, because we have Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio. Little shout out to Capricorn, but mainly these first four, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, thinking of you because they want to come forward and tell you how they've been feeling. And they also not just have this romantic interest in you, but they really truly can see that the two of you can have a solid and stable romantic relationship as well. Okay, so thank you so much, pile one, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Hello, pile two. So now we are going to get into your reading. Let's see who has you on their mind and why do they have you on their mind. Okay, so pile two, let's see who has you on their mind. We have water signs. Okay, so that would be Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And I'm pulling for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Okay, so Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and then the Cancer card jumped out. Okay, so definitely a lot of water. Special shout out to Cancer, it seems. And now we are going to get some zodiac signs from this deck and see, again, who has you on their mind. Cancer. Oh my goodness, Cancer. So pile two, Cancer, we have Mercury jumping out. I did not take out the planets from this deck, but that's okay because it gives me a little bit more to shuffle while I'm trying to shuffle these minimal amount of cards here. And then we have Capricorn. So a whole lot of Cancer and Capricorn jumping out. And aside from that, we also have Mercury, which can be associated with air signs, but I'm going to go ahead and say for many of you, this is representing a Cancer that has you on their mind. And again, special shout out to Capricorn as well as Scorpio and Pisces, because we did have the water card jump out. And again, that is Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Perhaps your person has a whole lot of water in their birth chart. Okay, so let's try to figure out why this person has you on their mind. Okay, why does pile two's person have them on their mind? Okay, we have the Hierophant in reverse. Maybe things between the two of you was a little unconventional to start with. Okay, maybe things between you were a little bit casual. And we have the Page of Wands right after that. The Nine of Wands, a lot of fire energy coming out. We have the Empress. I also feel like here, this person maybe at times, like, I feel like they're thinking of you because I feel like this person did not give you the time, effort, and energy that you needed. I also feel like for some of you, this person's thinking of you very heavily. Again, even with the Fool jumping out, it seems like they did not take things the way in which they should have. Then the Two of Wands jumped out. Things between the two of you might also not be, you might not be in communication with this person right now, and I do feel like that's a direct result of some of their actions. One of the strongest messages that are coming out here is basically that this person might not have taken you as seriously as they should have in the past. Okay? This person, I also feel like, even though the two of you might not be in communication right now, that this person does want to reach back out to you and communicate with you, but they might be a little bit apprehensive because they feel like you might not have forgiven them yet. Because in the past, they might have been very reckless with your heart. Again, it feels like to me things were very casual between the two of you. Very hot and steamy. Maybe even for some of you, it felt like the two of you were about to get into a relationship. We have the Empress and the Emperor jumping out, and then this person might not have stuck around. And that might be why the two of you are not in communication. I feel like your person's very regretful of that. I feel like your person does want to reestablish with this Empress and Emperor card. You know, that to me is highly significant. That to me is a divine counterpart, the Empress and the Emperor. So your person's feeling very conflicted about what to do when it comes to this situation with you, because it feels like I keep hearing fucked up beyond all repair. Or fucked up beyond all repair. And that's how your person's feeling right now about this connection. They really feel like they fucked up a good thing. Okay, and that's why your person has you on their mind right now. Again, we got Cancer, we got Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, little shout out, but bigger shout out to Cancer out of all of them. And for a lot of you, I feel like this person was rather reckless with your heart before. I feel like this person is maybe somebody that, for most of you, you're not in communication with right now. You might have felt like at the time, not only was this person reckless with your heart, but they chose to focus on other things, maybe even other connections, versus the connection that you two were building. And that's something that they really regret. You know, they're a little bit frustrated with themselves for screwing things up with you because they're realizing your worth. You know, like it took them... It's taking them a lot of time and a lot of thought to recognize how badly they screwed up. Okay, and I do feel like that is something that they are regretful of. Even the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, it's like they're really kicking themselves because they took them so long to realize, like, not only your worth and that they should have treated you better, but they're kicking themselves also because they're starting to realize, like, what this connection could have become. Okay, and we lost a card, as I'm saying, like what this connection could have become. And that card that jumped all the way out to the floor was the Ten of Cups. Okay, and I do feel like your person does want to repair things with you, but I find it very interesting. And for some of you, you might have already even moved on from this person, for some or even most of you. But it does feel like your person's finally seeing your worth. I feel like the two of you are not in communication, but they're really starting and again beginning to see what the two of you could have had with one another. And they're not very happy with themselves right now. Okay, they feel like they were very reckless in the past and that they should have treated you better. They should have been there for you in the way that you deserved, let's say. Okay, but they really feel like they messed up a good thing. Pile 2, and I feel like that's maybe where we believe this, but your person has you on their mind because they are really thinking about and looking back on this connection. They realize what it is that they have done, and they really realize how also strongly they felt about you. You know, especially since it was highly indicated that this was a very casual connection to start off with. It seems as though they, you know, did not at the time feel like they were catching feelings. Maybe they didn't recognize that they were catching feelings for you, even. And now that they don't have you, now that they feel like they've, again, fucked this up beyond all repair, now they're really lost and they're unsure of what to do. Okay, I do feel like it's likely that this person will try to communicate with you again. But at this point in time, it does seem like they're taking a step back because they recognize how badly they left things when it comes to this connection, or they realize that they didn't take it as seriously as they should have. Okay, so overall, pile 2, I hope that makes sense. I hope that gave you a little bit of clarity and insight into what this person is thinking, and why, like, why they have you on their mind so heavily right now. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Hello, pile 3. So today we are going to be doing this quick little reading to see who has you on their mind. Okay, pile 3. Let's see, who has you on their mind and why? We have Aries. And we have fixed signs. And as far as the fixed signs, we have Taurus, we have Leo, we have Scorpio, and we have Aquarius. Okay, so that's a whole lot of signs. Okay, we have Aries, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. We have the moon jumping out from this deck. This deck also has the planets in it, so the moon, I would say, is most closely associated with Pisces. We have Venus, closely associated with Taurus, so now we have Taurus represented here twice. We have Cancer. And we have Sagittarius, okay? So that it would be who has you on their mind. Again, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius, as well as Aries, Cancer, Sagittarius. So we got like half the zodiac represented here. Special shout out, let's say, to, actually they're all just represented here once. So this is like the mixed bag, the mixed bag of the bunch. Hopefully the messages as to why resonate for you. Pile 2 only really exclusively focused on Cancers. We had Cancer come out so many times for pile 2. So pile 3, I guess you guys get a good mix here. And again, I'm pulling for, when I do that, I'm pulling for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So this person has you on their mind. We start out with the 5 of Cups, because they are very regretful of whatever the hell it is that they did to you. We then have the Artist in reverse jump out. Okay, and the Artist in reverse to me is indicating that they really feel like they hurt you and broke your heart in some way. Okay, the two of you might have had like this idealistic future planned out between the two of you. For most of you, I feel like, and this would not be information that you're finding out from me right now, but for some of you, with that said, take it as it resonates and leave the rest. But for some of you, it could quite literally be that this person cheated on you in the past, that the two of you had this whole future planned out with one another, and they did something devastating that devastated the connection. Then we have the Page of Swords jump out. Page of Swords to me can indicate somebody that has played mind games. This person is really regretful of their actions. Doesn't really sound like they deserve a second chance, whoever this person is that has you on their mind. They have 8 of Cups in reverse as well. To me, this can indicate that this person might have triggered if you have abandonment issues, this person could have triggered them. This person could have ghosted you, gaslit you, so on and so forth. This person is regretful of the way that they acted, but it really seems like they put you through a lot. Okay? We have the Hermit. The Hermit to me is almost indicating that this person now is alone, that this person has spent some time on their own, maybe growing up a little bit, growing up from the way that they acted in this past connection with you. And that's why they are regretful, that there has been some growing up. And similarly, a similar message actually came out in, I don't even know what pile at this point, but it's like now they recognize your worth. Okay, so not sure how that's supposed to make you feel, because it seems like this person really acted like a POS in the past. Okay, this was a very imbalanced connection. At times there might have been like a lot of control taking place. There might have been a lot of possessiveness taking place on their part. They might have, even with this, I feel like they could have even isolated you, which even that is like a abuse of power or a control method. They might have kept you isolated from other people within your life. But they really, there was a lot of imbalances. There were power issues or control issues within this connection as well. Seems like your person's reflecting on it, and they're really not too happy with themselves, nor should they be. Okay, so it seems like this person again has you on their mind because they are very regretful of the way that they acted in the past. Again, it seems like there might have been some betrayal. They might have really broken your heart, but not only did they break your heart, but I feel like they really, at times, like messed with your head. At times they really, even when it goes back to that message that I got of gaslighting, like they might have been, even borderline or not so borderline because they actually were emotionally or mentally abusive toward you. This person really fucked with your head at times. And now you're in a much better place. Even the Empress that jumped out before. It's like you're in a much better place, let's say, even than this person is. It's just that now your person, I feel like you're in a much better place. You've done the healing, you've done the work. And for some reason, something has now triggered I'm going to say for most of you, your ex, has triggered this ex into finally beginning to grow up and to mature on their end. You've done the work, you've moved on, and it feels like right now this person has you so heavily on their mind because now they're reliving what they did, because they're finally at a point where they know that something needs to change about themselves, and now that they're reliving it, that's why they're so regretful. Okay, but your person was certainly not a good person or not a healthy relationship partner. And again, please take it as it resonates and leave the rest. For some of you, this would not have resonated at all, but for some of you also, I feel like it might be highly significant because this person might have recently been on your mind a lot as well, and maybe you're picking up on their energy. I know some people say it's a myth, but I do feel like anything is possible and there are no coincidences. Maybe you've been reflecting upon this connection a lot as well. And part of that reason, and even though you've healed from it and you've moved on, you've been reflecting on it or thinking about it a lot. And I do feel like that's because this person has really been trying to work through all of the shit that they put you through. And they're trying to heal from it. They're trying to become a better person, but there's still a lot of imbalances taking place within them. Okay, so again, we have Aries, we have fixed signs, so that was Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, and we also have Cancer and Sagittarius. So a lot of, like I said, a mixed bag, a lot of different zodiac signs represented here. And for those of this that this would have resonated for, I do feel like it was an ex that was very harmful for you to even be in a relationship with at the time, and that this is very much so a distant past connection. It's just that you have already moved on, you've done the work, you've healed from it, and your person has not. Your person's been stuck in that very low, very dark place for a long time now, and it's as though something has triggered them into beginning to heal, and now they're looking back on the connection that you once had with them, and they're really recognizing how hurtful and how much pain it was that they put you through. Okay, pile 3, this was kind of a tough one. Usually these readings are supposed to be a little bit more fun and carefree when I do this type of reading, but this one was a little heavy, let's say. So thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to read for you today. I hope that you have some clarity and some insight here. I feel like for some of you, maybe the clarity would be, this person, again, has been on your mind a lot lately, and you're trying to figure out why, because you thought you had put that in the past, and I do feel like now they're reflecting on it, and you might be picking up on or feeling their energy. So again, that might not make sense for a lot of you. You know, that might not be something that you necessarily believe in. But I hope maybe for some of you it brought you a little bit of clarity or insight. So other than that, pile 3, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. And I hope that you have a wonderful day.